How are we doing, guys? Welcome back to another video. This time we're going to be opening up this 6 horsepower Tohatsu 4-stroke, brand spanking new from Cambridge Outboards. Shout out to those guys. Not used them before, but it was a swift, pretty swift delivery. There's a grasshopper there. I hadn't seen one of those in years. Anyway, let's just going to get this in the garden. We'll get it unpacked and we'll have a little chat about it. Okay, here we go then, boys. Brand spanking new. The box is already open. I will assume that is because the dealer may have already pre-oiled it, maybe. Oh, cheeky spider. There we go then. 6 horsepower, 4-stroke Tohatsu. Took me ages to make up my mind as to which outboard to get, which one to go for this time. I'd sold that 9.9 Yamaha because it was just too big, really. I didn't even have a chance to get it on the boat because it was just too heavy, really, for my weasel arms. Anyway, I guess I better tell you what my thought process was with regards to this engine and why I decided to go for the Tohatsu 6 horsepower. Oh, look, it's so shiny. Yeah, okay, so number one, I done a little bit of research, and apparently this is the fastest engine in its range out of all the 6 horsepowers. The Tohatsu apparently is a tiny bit faster than the Yamaha, the Mercury, the Suzuki, yeah, and some of the other brands. It might be down to the fact that it's apparently the lightest one in the range as well. Apparently it revs higher. So look at the state of that exhaust. For a small outboard, you get yourself a proper exhaust. Not like the Hondas and the Mercuries. Actually, I don't know, because the Mercuries and the Tohatsus are quite similar. I think on the Mercury you get a propeller that looks like a proper propeller. You know, chunky, something that's robust, something that doesn't look, like those slightly smaller ones. Anyway, another lovely feature. It's got a carrying handle, so that's going to be really handy for transporting it. The gear shifter is on the front. A lot of them, most modern outboards, small ranged outboards, have got that on the front now. So yeah, not a lot of difference there. Get yourself they chuck a gas tank in as well. I mean, it's just a budget one by the looks of things. Doesn't look like it's not branded. It's not Tohatsu branded, it's just a cheap budget one. A bit worried that there's a grey fuel line with that, because we all know what they say about the grey fuel lines. They perish and eventually break down and they'll clog up your carburetor. So I might have to change that. The primer bulb feels nice and solid, nice and sturdy. Not like those cheap ones you get. So that's a bit of a touch. Gas tank, what we got is probably like a 12 gallons. No, sorry, 3.5 gallons. What's that in litres? Probably a 12 litre. There you go, 12 litre. Anyway, not that interesting. Let's get back to talking about the engine. Yeah, so basically for the weight and power to weight ratio, this is going to be absolutely perfect. It's got the option it's got a built-in fuel tank and also the option to use an external tank, obviously. But yeah, I don't know what else I can say really. It's the MFS6D. So yeah, you get a little toolkit in there. That's cool. Wonder if they've got a spare spark plug. Let's have a look. No spare part spark plug, but easy enough to just grab one and put that in, so that when you're on the water, you've got a few options if you do break down. Anyway, okay. I'm gonna go through some of the running in procedure, because I know you've got to run these for like 2 hours at like quarter throttle, and then another 2 hours on half throttle, and I don't know what the details are now. I need to do a bit of research, but yeah, there she is, guys. This is 6 horsepower, 4-stroke Tohatsu MFS 6D. I'll do a little speed test as well on the back of the Boatworld 300. Here she is then, boys. Got her in the tank. Just gonna pull her for the first time. See if that is in. Oh, make sure that's in neutral. Oh, I'm assuming that's neutral. Anyway, so the start. That has to line up with the start position on the throttle. This doesn't matter because we're using an external tank, so you need to make sure that this setting is on transportation mode, or this is a little picture for the fuel tank. If you're using the internal fuel tank, you twist this round and then it switches to the internal. So for now, we're on the external, so you just twist that round. Okay. Got my kill cord in. Let's just give it a bit of choke, and all right, here we go then. Whoa, look at that, first go. I'm going to top up that tank, guys, because it looks a little bit, could do with a little bit more, if you know what I mean. It's probably fine, but let's just let that run and fill up the tank a bit. Actually, we'll let it tick over. 6 horsepower Tohatsu 4-stroke engine. This is a short shaft. What a beautiful piece of kit. From first initial impressions then, I'm really impressed with this pull start, this actual pull cord. When I pulled that just felt so smooth, and it didn't feel like my shoulder was going to get pulled or anything. That was really smooth, as you saw. So yeah, so that suggests the build quality is quite good. I was a bit worried actually, because I love the Hondas so much. Build quality on the Honda is really hard to beat really, but Tohatsu Japanese, I think. So again, you're going to get decent build quality. But yeah, just other observations. This leg is seems quite solid. It doesn't look very thick on the pictures, but it's quite chunky. Really easy to transport, because you've got this handle on the back, and also you've got one on the front here. So you can use this. See that part there? So you grip under there, or you just grab that and like let it hang. Anyway, choke's in, ticking over nicely. The shop must have primed it already. Yeah, it's all nice and greased up. Yeah, super impressed with it at the moment, guys. I'm going to be running it in soon, and then doing a speed test. A lot of people say it's quite noisy. I don't think that's overly noisy. Similar to the Honda. Similar to the Hondas, they kind of make this sort of sound. Yeah, that's not going to bother me. That's idling really nicely. So another concern is, I was obviously worried about if there was any oil in it. So I took the hood off, undone the cap, and you can just about see that there is oil on the dipstick. But just to be aware, when you start it, you see this light here? That'll go red, but then it'll go off. So on this setting at the moment where it's off, that means there's pressure. If the oil pressure drops, or if there's not enough oil in there, then that'll go red or start flashing. I think it'll just go red. So that means stop the engine straight away. Peeing nicely, as you'd expect for a brand new motor. Yeah, can't wait to test this out, guys. So yeah, we're going to get this out on the Boatworld 300 as soon as we can. Won't be able to do a speed test the same day because I think we need to run this in first. We need to do like 2 hours quarter throttle, 2 hours half throttle, and then I need to double check that. I mean, you probably got to do a good 10 hours of like half throttle, I don't know, before you start giving it the old wide open throttle. But as soon as I'm at that point, I'm gonna do a speed test on like I said, a Boatworld 300. You've seen my previous videos. You've seen I've had a Honda 5 horsepower. We've done a speed test on that. Go and check that video out if you want. Link in the description. And also we've had 4 horsepower Johnsons, like 2 strokes, 4 strokes. Basically my mission is to find the absolute best setup for small sibs. So what's the best size of your sib? What's the most manageable sib? What's the best all round, I think, practicality and speed wise for your average fisherman that might have a couple of kids every now and again. But yeah, I think I've got a feeling I've gone for this 6 horsepower because I just feel like it's the lightest in the range, and it's like 25, maybe 25, 26 kilograms. It certainly feels quite lighter than the Honda anyway. Not much, but a bit lighter, and considering it's a whole 1 horsepower, it's obviously it's a 6 and not a 5, so you've got an extra horsepower, and it's lighter, so, and it's newer, so I'm hoping this is going to be the ultimate setup that's going to last me for years. But you guys know me, probably flog it soon and get a different one. But hopefully not, because I won't need to, because I'm after reliability, because I'm going to be going out quite far. I want to go and hit some reefs to grab some bream and maybe a bit of toke fishing. But yeah, I just need a really reliable engine. And Tohatsu, obviously Japanese engines are renowned for being reliable. Touch wood. So yeah, I might be doing about 8 miles offshore with this, if the speed's right. I mean, it might take us half an hour, 45 minutes to get to these fishing spots. But you just want to make sure you've got peace of mind that you're going to get back that same day. And also these are ridiculously good on fuel. So you see that? I think that's like a 25 litre tank. That'll take a whole season to get through that probably. But anyway, we're gonna test it out. We'll know soon enough once we start doing a bit of trolling and trying to plane out to those fishing marks offshore. Anyway, guys, I hope that's been informative. I hope that's given you some good understanding as to why I've bought this engine. Yeah, so yeah, give us a thumbs up, give us a subscribe. Watch out for my speed test on this motor with a Boatworld 300, because I'm telling you now, I reckon this is going to get us on the plane nicely. I'm hoping it's going to get us at around 15 mile an hour. If you remember the Honda speed test, it got us probably to about 9 mile an hour, something like that. Anyway, let's get this turned off, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Thanks for watching.